Imagine a world where every building looked the same. Heavy stone walls, tiny windows, dark rooms. For centuries, that's how cities grow. Then one man dared to ask a simple question. What if building could be designed for the way people actually liked? That man was Le Corbusier, a visionary, a pioneer, a dreamer whose ideas reshaped skylines across the globe. Today, we will explore his most famous saying and the remarkable stories behind them. A house is a machine for living in. When people first heard these words, many were shocked. How could a home be compared to a machine? But Le Corbusier was not saying a house should feel cold or lifeless. He believed every part of a home should have a purpose, just as every gear inside a watch works together. Every room, window, staircase, and wall should make life easier, healthier, and more comfortable. His vision challenged architects to design homes around the needs of people, not tradition. Why this quote became famous? It completely changed how architects thought about residential design. Even today, it remains one of the most quoted statements in architectural history. Architecture is the learned game, correct and magnificent, of prompts assembled in the light. Walk into a beautiful building at sunrise. Watch the sunlight move across the walls. Notice how shadows transform ordinary space into something magical. Le Corbusier believed architecture was not simply about bricks and concrete. Light itself was a building material. A great architect does not only shape walls, they shape the way sunlight brings those walls to life. Why it's famous? This poetic quote reminds designer that beauty often comes from the relationship between light, space, and form. Space and light and order. Those are the things that men need just as much as they need breath. Imagine living in a crowded apartment with no sunlight, no fresh air, no sense of peace. La Corbusier believed our surrounding affect our mind as much as our bodies. Healthy space nourishes the human spirit. Natural light creates hope. Order creates calm. Architecture, he argued, should improve everyday life, not merely provide shelter. Why it's famous? The quote continues to inspire architects focused on creating healthier, more livable environments. The home should be the treasure chest of living. For Le Corbusier, A home was not just a structure, it was where memories were made, where families laughed, where children grew, where ordinary moments became lifelong treasures. A well designed home protects not only our belongings, but also the experiences that shape our lives. Why it is famous? It reminds us that architecture is ultimately about people and the lives they build inside their homes. To create architecture is to put in order. Every city can seem chaotic, busy estates, crowded neighborhoods, endless movement. Yet, great architecture brings clarity. It creates rhythm where there was confusion, balance where there was disorder. For Le Corbusier, design was not decoration. It was organization with purpose. Why it's famous? This quote captures his belief that architecture should bring harmony to both buildings and cities. The purpose of construction is to make things hold together, of architecture to move us. Anyone can build walls that stand, but only great architecture touches the human heart. A bridge can connect two shores. A cathedral can inspire awe. A museum can spark imagination. Construction creates function. Architecture creates emotion. That Le Corbusier believed is the difference between simply building and truly designing. Why is famous? This remains one of the clearest explanation of what separates engineering from architecture artistry. I prefer drawing to talking. Drawing is faster and leave less room for life. Le Corbusier fill countless notebooks with sketches. For him, ideas became cleared through a pencil, then through conversation. A drawing could communicate emotion, proportion, and possibility in ways words sometimes could not. His sketchbook became a language all its own. Why it's famous? Artists, architects, and designers love this code because it celebrates visual thinking as a powerful form of communication. Le Corbusier did not simply design buildings. He challenges the world to rethink how people live. His ideas influenced cities, homes, museums, schools, and generation of architects who followed. Whether or not you agree with every one of his theories, his words continue to spark debate, creativity, and innovation. Perhaps that the true mark of a visionary, not that everyone agrees with them, but that Their ideas continue to shape the future long after they are gone. If these timeless quotes inspired you, remember this. Every great city begins with a single idea, and every great idea begins with someone daring to imagine a different future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Which Le Corbusier could inspire you the most?